Hi Spartans, welcome to Spider and Web. Spider and Web is the most complicated interactive fiction that I'm going to introduce you to, so please don't start with this one. Don't start with this one. But if you've gotten a feel for how interactive fiction works and you want something complex and exciting and high stakes for your character, this is the game for you. So, Spider and Web might start off seeming like it's all about your character being on vacation, but that's lies. That's lies. That's not what's happening, okay? This game is about deception and incomplete knowledge and the way that the stories and the memories in our heads might be lying to us. So there's a lot of trickery and espionage and things that are unclear in this story. You're the narrator, and a lot like Edgar Allan Poe, which we're going to talk about later, you might be unreliable. What you remember, what you say as a character, it might be false, even for you, as you try to unravel what this game and story are about. Okay? This game, your character can die. Anything short of a death in this game is a consequence you should just go with. Okay? The game doesn't work very well if you undo your every mistake or you start over again every time you think things are going poorly. It won't work. You'll ruin the story for yourself and you'll have a really terrible experience. So as long as your character hasn't died, go with the bad consequences of your choices. That's actually going to be progress for you. However, once things get dangerous and your character could die, realize that that's a real possibility and play accordingly. Okay, save the game. If you make a mistake that you absolutely have to go back from, and as I suggest, only if your character dies, you can type undo and it will take you back one choice and let you make a different choice. That's true not just of this game, but of the vast majority of the ones I've told you about. Not Siege Ship, but the others will also let you undo choices. Okay, this game is not easy. In fact, I thought it was really frustrating, even though I thought it was super interesting, because it's complicated. And I'm not really good at computer games, so the complicated parts of it were frustrating to me. As a result, don't try this as your first interactive experience. Make sure you get interactive fiction kind of familiar with it, you understand how it works, and then if you want a challenge, then come try this game, okay? Fair warning, this one is not easy. As a result, I'm going to give you some help, and that means that everything from this point on is clues and spoilers. So watch only if that's what you want. All right, your character, spoiler alert, is being forced to relive their own memories by the interrogator. That is not even how the story starts, but trust me, that is what is happening, okay? And as a result, there are things that you don't know that your character knows, and your character might be lying to the interrogator. So if the game responds to one of your commands in a different print style, that means your character's trying to hide something from the interrogator. That man will be satisfied when a plausible and believable series of events is relived in your memories where he can see it. Okay? A lot of the fun of this game is trying different actions and seeing what the result is. So don't be afraid to experiment with different actions to get a better understanding of what's going on. About that, you can only say yes, no, or remain silent. He's going to talk to you, this interrogator, he's going to talk to you a lot, and you can't just answer him. The game won't understand. It doesn't give you the option to speak to him other than to say yes or no or remain silent. And that might seem frustrating, but it really works. That's how the game functions. So you don't need to do more than that for the game to work, okay? The game won't recognize your body parts. Like you can't just say, I touch it with my finger, or I lick it with my tongue, or I punch him with my fist. Just refer to yourself as me, okay? If the game seems repetitive at first, or even frustrating, that doesn't mean you're playing it wrong. In fact, playing it right will involve repetition and some frustration. But stick with it. This is considered one of the best 100 PC games of all time, okay? I don't really like PC games, so the frustration was hard for me to go through. I did not finish this game. I did not play it to the end. I freely confess. I was like, this is not my jam. That's okay. You pick the interactive fiction that works for you, and I bet some of you will really enjoy this game. So the narrator of the game is you, and you are unreliable. Your memory will lie to you, and things will change even if your behavior doesn't change. So trust me about this. Examine everything and check your inventory even if you didn't pick anything up. Let me say that again. Examine everything and check your inventory even if you didn't pick anything